Hi guys, Ethan here from DIY Aquarium Filters, and today I'm gonna talk about the nitrogen cycle. Essentially, what it is just me talking to you about a bunch of boring scientific stuff. Not really scientific, but boring stuff just to keep your fish alive in your tank. Well, there's a lot of non-boring videos out there about the nitrogen cycle, so you can watch videos about that, and if you want to read, you can just go to forums, just go Google it up and stuff. Why do you want to know this? First of all, new hobbies that doesn't go research and stuff wouldn't know about the nitrogen cycle. What it essentially is to do stuff that I will explain later to not let the fish in your aquarium die. New hobbies just don't go research and let their fish die due to not cycling their tank. Well, if the fishes don't die, they will suffer very badly, and if they lose a lot of fish, they'll just get sad and then don't continue the hobby anymore, which is a sad thing, because a hobby is a hobby and it's good. Okay, enough of me talking about nonsense, and I mean go on to this explaining of the cycle right here. That's for short of what we call cycling the tank. First, when fish are added to your tank, you need to feed them, of course. And when they eat the food, they will poop, and the poop will just settle on the substrate, or if with a bare bottom tank, just settle down, and uneaten food will also settle down to the bottom of the tank. So, and then they will start breaking down, just like if you leave a piece of meat somewhere, it will just break down and rot and stuff. So it's essentially the same in your tank, in water, rivers, ponds, anything. Okay. When they break down, they will start to produce ammonia, which is very harmful to fishes. And to reduce the ammonia, your filters and your whole tank, but mostly filters, will, because they are made for bacteria to grow on, will inhabit aerobic bacteria, and like it sounds, aerobic bacteria, that's what I like to call it. It needs oxygen in the water as well as your fishes, so having an air pump in your tank is a must. Well, if you don't want an air pump, you can just use a power head to suck in oxygen at the nozzle and then spit out oxygen and stuff, but yeah. So it needs air and a good flow of water to eat away your toxic ammonia that might kill your fish. So once they eat away those ammonia, just like if fish eat food, they will poop. The aerobic bacteria will eat ammonia and give out nitrite as a byproduct. And the same sort of bacteria, aerobic bacteria that eats ammonia, will also eat away nitrite. But why don't nitrite go down at the same time as ammonia? Because once that's how we like to call it, because your fish poop, for example, it will reach a 10 parts per million, or ppm for short, in your water. And this amount of aerobic bacteria is needed to eat away 10 ppm of ammonia in the water. But if you just add fish without cycling the water, your bacteria won't have the chance to grow in your tank. And even if you have a little bit of bacteria that can survive the chlorine that you use in tap water, well, you should use water conditioner for your water. By the time you add fish in, if you just buy your fish, add them in one day, they will only multiply or grow to about this amount. So you will still have a lot of ammonia in your tank. If you get test kits and stuff, you should measure 0 ppm of ammonia in your water, because anything above 0, they will get harmful. That level will get harmful. So that's why ammonia and stuff. And once it has, so they said, okay, if you don't put fish in, how do you create ammonia so that your bacteria can grow? Well, I'll talk about that later on in part 2 of this video, because I'm afraid that it might go on for too long. So ammonia, it will slowly eat away and create, because if you have 10 ppm of ammonia, it will create about more or less 10 ppm of nitrite as a byproduct. And nitrite also get eaten away by the same amount of bacteria. You need double sets of this amount of bacteria. So you need about double of this, another set, so that each group of the same batch of bacteria, like if you're still studying in school, in elementary school, primary school, they ask you to like do some group work. This batch do this, this batch do that. It's the same. This batch eats away ammonia, and this batch eats away nitrite. And the aerobic bacteria eats away nitrite, and this is not the end of it. It turns into nitrate, and essentially another sort of bacteria, anaerobic bacteria. It might sound like aerobic, anaerobic, and it's almost the same, but it's not. But yeah, but it's very hard to get anaerobic bacteria in your water. Also, I'll talk about that later on. Or because you don't have anaerobic bacteria in a newly established tank, just do water changes. That's what we all do to manage nitrate. And because ammonia, see these crosses on the skull here, is the most toxic to fish. Okay, nitrite is less toxic than to fish than ammonia, but it's still toxic. So there's no like crosses on the skull or anything. And nitrate is the least harmful to fishes. So it is allowed to go up to 40 ppm, because anything higher than 40 ppm of nitrate, the amount will get harmful to your fish. So ammonia should be 0, nitrite should be 0, and nitrate in a normal tank should be under 40. For some tanks there are some exceptions, like most tanks have 30 to 50, about that. Try to keep it below 40 by doing water changes and stuff. And if you really have anaerobic bacteria, it will eat away your nitrate to nitrogen gas, and that will just get expelled out of your water by if you have a water pump or air pump. It will keep the surface of the water moving, like not stagnant. That will just let carbon dioxide out, like the fish breathe out, and oxygen in the water. Also let nitrogen gas go out of the water as well. So in the next video I'll talk more about bacteria in part 2 of the video, and in part 3 I'll talk about the full complete thingy of how to cycle your tank properly. Okay, so look out for that video, be coming out soon. So yeah, thank you.